Should companies demote employees if they are not performing well? Well, in my opinion, as somebody that's been in HR and a hiring manager for over 20 years now, demotion almost never works. And the reason that it doesn't work doesn't just have to do with money. It has to do about how the person is perceived and how they perceive themselves. So let's talk through what happens. So let's say you have somebody that's in their current role and you're like, this person's really great though. They show up every day, they try hard. They're just not being successful at their job. So then what companies will do at that point in time is they'll say, you know what, I think we're going to step this person down and put them at this lower role. Well, what would be the problem with that? Because then the person retains their job and they still have a paycheck and, maybe this is a better fit for them. What happens a lot of time is that hurt from the feeling of being stepped down never goes away for the person. Everybody's going to talk about it. They're going to ask them questions about it. They feel bad about themselves about it. When you're in a company, most people want to at least keep their current position or not advance, and then somebody that goes down, so it feels like they can never go back up again. So that's why generally it never works. Most of the time, the hurt from that demotion that person feels is just not going to go away. It's not going to get any better. Now, the only time a demotion can really work is actually when it comes from the employee. If the employee comes and says, you know what, I think this role is too much for me, but I love the company, I love working for you. I think there's this other role that I think I'd be better stepped into. Or if they just come to you and say, this is just too much for me, then if you're like, man, this person shows up every day, they try hard, then you can think about stepping them down if it comes from them. But if it comes from the manager, if it comes from the boss, I've hardly ever seen it work. And in order for it to work, there has to be a ton of conversation beforehand for people to feel like this isn't something that's just being done to them, that they can't get over and move on from. Have you guys seen a demotion work before? And what were the circumstances? Because in all my experience, I've rarely seen it work unless it came from the employee.